So, I got back from grocery shopping, and I see Boss Baby 2, Ernest Klein describing non-binary sex, and a Radiant Dawn desert map, and I don't know which one is worse.
Good question.
I hate
The
Sam.
fucking Radiant
You're
Dawn
making
desert
Boss
map.
Baby 2?
Yes.
No.
Yeah?
Please. No, no. Amber, you have to be kidding.
No.
Yeah, like, is that worse than this map?
Yes!
That's what I said. I don't know which one is worse.
What kind of person do you have to be named Ernest Klein?
Dude, he's the guy who wrote Ready Player One.
Yes, I know, that's...
Which wasn't a bad book.
Well, now
Reddit.
Ready Player 2.
Yo,
Oh,
if Ready
God.
Player 1 was good, where's Ready Player 2? How am I
But
gonna
Ready
beat
Player
Psycho...
1 is like a...
No, dude. How am I gonna beat Psycho Mantis without Ready Player 2?
There wasn't even a player 2! You're just masquerading as him.
No, but you have to. No, but you have to fucking plug the controller in the second port.
Or do, like, fuckery with the paintings.
Yeah.
You know, and I just read like a basic outline of the description, and all I know is that Wade is now Mark Zuckerberg and breaks into other people's Oasis accounts because he's bored.
God, dude, I don't know anything about this shit. Can we go back to Radiant Dawn? I know how bad that sounds, but, like, can we go back to Radiant Dawn?
It's like...
Are you sure
Oh
about
my
that?
god. You know, I used to live in, like, actual hell, but let's go back to Brazil.
Playing this isn't
I
already
see
Brazil.
it. Now we're going to fucking Brazil.
Dude.
I mean, it's going to a part of Brazil that isn't on fire and has power.
Impossible.
So...
Wait.
You might as well just go to Portugal at that point.
Seeing as
Perhaps
how,
the archives were incomplete.
seeing as how everyone except our army is stoned, is this the Tellius equivalent of that one thing in Brazil, the Revolution of the 17?
The what?
There was a revolution in Brazil consisting of a total of 17 people.
Nice.
Yes.
How do you think that ended?
They won.
No, it didn't.
But it's Brazil.
No,
I
no.
would believe it.
No, it wasn't. It was actually 18 because 17 soldiers decided they were going to overthrow the entire Brazilian military, and then they picked up one random civilian on the way.
Ah, yes, the Liechtenstein way.
Yeah, and all 17 of the soldiers died within half an hour of the revolution starting,
Nice.
and no one knows where the civilian went.
Stealth 100.
Plot twist, it was actually a Bolsonaro.
Oh shit.
It was like, I think it was in the 1930s, or it was like in the early 1900s, so they would be dead by now unless they're like 120 years old.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey, if we can have videos of 140-year-old Austrian painter going to an airport and doing the Fortnite dance, we can have anything, okay?
Ringo, why?
Speaking of Austrian painters, there is a man on this map which is very much of his likeness, and I don't like that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Okay, because you mentioned that, I'm gonna have to do this map and perhaps... So, what you guys might not know is the secret plot of Radiant Dawn, and that is that Dane is actually very rich in oil, and as such, this man just went to Dane, came up to the oil fields and said, "Oh ja, das ist episch Content."
How long have you been waiting to make this joke?
Far too fucking long, and I was the setup for it.
Is Dean just a metaphor for Romania?
Yes,
Dane
I
is
mean,
just
I don't know, does Romanian have deserts like this?
probably.
Probably.
Or is this just a metaphor for the political climate? You can't get anywhere unless you're of higher class.
Yeah, unless you're an Austrian painter.
Or a flyer.
Oh my
Or a liar. That works too.
last chapter we forged this.
Bunker.
Boom.
You know.
But an axe to a sword fight, kinda cringe. Boonk.
Actually, are we gonna get see Har get crit?
Probably.
Yo.
So is the Austrian painter man on this map gonna die in a bunker?
Sure.
That's... Boss, that's low.
Why are you continuing this joke?
Because he wanted it.
You know-
He wanted this on this channel.
You know, I feel like we've already decided what the thumbnail for this has to be.
Yes. I hate sand.
Oh. Shit.
It has to be a Star Wars meme.
Always a Star Wars meme. Always.
Always has been.
Why? Wait, why do you just have a lance named Curb?
I don't know.
Kirby
Wait,
last
Curb
time.
is in like Kirby or Curb is in like Curb Stomp?
Remaster.
Ah,
Did you forget he was here?
He's still with us in spirit.
I don't know. He hasn't been here yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
The man who has done Fire Emblem Free Houses, I was about to say Shadow Dragon, in an epic amount of time.
What the fuck did you just say?
I didn't understand.
I was trying to say something, but my brain was trying to make me say something else.
Fucking clever Aquaman.
He tried,
Obviously.
okay? He tried so hard.
I have
in
made
this
an attempt, okay?
institution.
It's like I was speaking with Brunhilde the other day, and I kept confusing the name of the fucking Cain and Abel in FE6.
Lance
Yeah,
and
because
Alan.
Alan's the one
No.
building lances.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Alan, I said I was good. I said like Sen and Kent, and then Kent and fucking Oscar.
That's not.
So fucking.
How long has this call been going on for? How long has this call been going on for?
I don't know.
Just, we've only been recording
Longer than
for
I want
5
to.
minutes.
My Discord didn't give me any notification. Like, it bugged out for a solid, I don't know how long.
I got a little impatient. I will admit.
yes.
What? Okay. Who the fuck is keeping live Yoshis?
I was gonna ask, what was that Paper Mario ass sound?
Breaking news. Breaking news. Hype's dog is actually a Yoshi. Unfortunately, Yoshi can't read.
Wow. Yoshi can't read and Fuss cannot do his taxes.
Whoa.
Skrumir
My
cannot
not go
move.
that high.
Skrumir
Yeah.
cannot move. No movement.
Welcome to the desert chapter.
Yes.
Are you screaming yet?
Yeah, I am.
I am too.
I'm going to commit Sudoku.
I'm going to commit Brazil.
I'm gonna commit desert.
I swear I'm not.
I'm gonna commit deaths.
Okay, there better not be any deserters in this recording.
End your existence.
Stop.
Look, you're making me join on the fucking desert mat. Let me have my fucking fun.
No, you're not allowed to have fun. The only thing here is fucking pain and suffering.
You're not allowed to fuck my wife.
Fine.
Have fun. Bosswon, come back here right you. Bosswon.
No fun allowed.
Micaiah, what have you been tweeting about?
Yune.
I use the randomizer.
No, Yoon's been tweeting.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
We really don't need to go there, you know.
Not yet.
We barely started map. This is still turn 1.
Yes.
Yoon has been tweeting about Lagu's rights on Twitter.
I swear I won't get political on Twitter. 2 seconds later.
You know, like, everyone thought Jill had changed, you know, everyone thought that she was getting better, and then, you know, she got drunk one time, and then she started tweeting about subhumans on Twitter, and, you know, she got suspended for a bit.
What did you just say?
What?
Take that back right now!
Here.
Well, it's literally a word used in the game, you know.
It's not right. Also, the god is here. The fucking legend is here.
Who?
He's been here. He's always gonna be here.
Who, Neolucci?
Yeah. What?
Mr. lives under the sand.
True.
Well, Mr. Lives Under the Sand is gonna come up in
Okay, but which one am I talking about?
Yes.
all of them.
Where is Stefan, by the way?
We have 2 options.
He's on
for
the
that.
right side of
Because I could be talking about Stefan, or I could be talking about fucking Mr. No Movement Black Knight.
Hey, Mr.
alright,
No
so-
Movement Black Knight might actually be handy here. Who knows?
But first of all, either I think it's like Micaiah, Mordecai, or Left has to be standing on a specific
It's
tile
Micaiah.
over on the right side of the map. Really?
Yeah.
Not Micaiah, not Left or Mordecai, like
Well,
in
with
POR.
transfers.
With transfers, yeah. All right, because all those way with transfer. In the meanwhile,
Imagine
you
having
guys were-
recruitment conditions be dependent on whether or not you imported this save file.
is
That's-
kind of epic.
Yeah, it's very epic.
So fun fact.
What do you mean? That's just game design.
So fun fact, in the test recording I did for this, the sleep guy targeted, like, because I didn't move anyone, I just, like, ended turn to see what happens. The sleep guy targeted Kaya, and then the silence guy targeted Kaya.
Bruh.
You know, as you do.
As you do. Micaiah is actually kind of useful here.
Yeah.
She can do status debuffs. Without the restore staff.
Sacrifice
sun.
form. Sacrifice is such a cool mechanic that they had to include fucking poison weapons in the early game to justify it.
Yes.
Isn't it only in 1.8? Oh, actually,
Yeah.
there is some in 1 endgame, I suppose. Which one
Like,
is
would
sacrifice?
that-
Okay, this
Would
is-
that be there if it wasn't for sacrifice?
I mean, poison weapons are just questionable to begin with.
Waste of time is what I call them.
Yeah. I'm sure if Kirby was here, he would have lots to say about poison weapons and the time they waste.
Still in a dream frame, eater.
I give my life.
And
Or
At least
Alright.
Scribbeer is impeded
Not
by
for
terrain.
Sayo.
So you.
I mean, yeah, all-terrain Screamer is useful, yes.
All terrain.
Indeed.
A weapon to surpass Legus Royals.
All-terrain Scribbeer.
Now that is an all-terrain being, though. And he's about to enter his sicko state.
This is a Super Saiyan that has ascended past the Super Saiyan.
What, is Screamer going to start screaming for 3 minutes straight to power up?
Yes.
No,
No.
not Screamer, not Screamer.
No, you have
Screamer-
Melucci here in the air, just going, this isn't even my final form.
No, his final form was in POR unused.
True. True.
His stats were stronger than Neiluchi in POR. Sorry,
You mean Nidala?
Natsuhi. Not. Nisawa. It's one of those names.
Who?
who the fuck is Natsuhi? Hi, have you been reading Yumineko again?
No.
This man high on seagull juice.
Man,
This man high on sicko juice.
Wait, how fucking fast is... Holy shit, okay.
Fucking
Yes.
fast. Because he's the king.
Speed.
The king's advisor, but yeah. Same difference, really.
He has a real air about him. And it's not because he's flying.
Shut the fuck up. Please
Lex,
shut up.
stop,
I
please.
actually don't know where that one is going.
I don't want to know.
I said he had a regal air about him.
Ah, fuck.
Well, he is an heir.
See?
See, this man gets it.
So, do you guys think that this is always gonna be like a good start to a sentence?
Yes.
Do you guys think that Lagoo's like birds are a bit like they didn't quite exploit the full extent of having Lagoo's birds? Like they could have more of them. They could have more types of bird.
They could have just had more types of Lagoos, period.
Ow.
Yes, we need the, what's it?
3 types of cats. Lion,
Three
tiger, cat.
So we're gonna have like Lagoose pelicans that like have a skill at letting steal weapons.
No,
With
they're
a
just,
giant
no, they're
mouth.
just gonna, no, they're just gonna summon permanent rain.
We have
Lagoo's hummingbird.
Okay, but if we had rain in the desert, would that improve movement? Or would that just make everyone take penalties?
Well, it would cause some rivers in the desert.
Wait, did Micaiah immediately recover from silence?
She
yeah, she has
the
a
rest-
restore staff equipped.
Restore staff, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what it
Radiant
do.
Dawn.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Radiant Dawn.
I mean, hey, that's a cool mechanic.
Radiant Dawn moment.
Wait, if you have a restore staff equipped in the first slot, you automatically restore yourself at the start of the turn?
Yes.
Yes!
Yes, but that
Does it-
implies that you have no enemy phase.
Does it consume a use?
No.
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 In RD, in RD, staves have passive effects when equipped. For healing staves, it heals you. And for the restore staff, it restores your status.
That's,
You know?
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm not.
Or
I'm
it's
not-
like
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Warp staff that randomly warps you around the map if you're still holding on to it.
Well,
It's a defective rewarp.
like the travesty of Tellius is just that there's so many. There's just a bunch of actually cool mechanics lying around, but you forget about them because of all the bad ones.
It's because the game isn't
Nice.
like effectively making use of the mechanics that it like invents. Because this game is still a 1-2 Redfest in the end.
I'm waiting for Hype's post on FU Reddit. The travesty of Tellius.
The tragedy.
Have you ever heard the tragedy?
No, people are too obsessed
Hell
with
yeah.
the tragedy of Serenus.
Hmm.
Not the one in game, but the one where they refused to update their site.
Are you working on the back end, son?
They are.
Course.
Oh, it's
Careful,
working.
you'll get
Are
blocked
you
on Twitter.
coding, son? Yeah, like
Oh,
myself. I got
no.
blocked on Twitter.
You can get blocked on Twitter. Whatever
Bro.
shall I do?
Dude, getting blocked on Twitter, worst thing ever. Literally ruined my life.
Ruined my career.
Yeah, dude, it's not like I
What
have-
career?
I mean, it would ruin your career if your career is being, you know,
This.
like
On Twitter.
a Twitter influencer.
Or you could just log out of your Twitter account and just look at other people's accounts.
Instructions unclear. Instructions
Yeah,
unclear.
that's something I don't get.
No, instructions unclear. Governing a country solely based with Twitter. Sounds like a challenge run.
But like, I don't get that. It's just, why can you block people from viewing your tweets when you aren't, when like you're Twitter's public.
Yeah, it's like it makes.
Why is that an
I
option?
got blocked by someone on Twitter. Let me just log out of my account to look up their.
No, you don't even need to. Like, Twitter supports you having multiple accounts that are linked. So, like me, I have a second account I use for other things.
Wait, but can't you do like chain blocking where you block someone and then you block any account that is linked or
You
following?
know what? I'm gonna go check if this lovely gentleman is blocked. Also has me blocked on my secondary Twitter account.
No, I'm pretty sure I remember
giggles.
hearing about like something called chain blocking before.
Yes, so we're
I don't think I have heard of it. I'm just not sure if it does.
We're gonna confirm it, and as soon as I get on Twitter, I just see fucking hypes, Gundam bullshit.
Either
The
way,
rest- the
why
rest
can
of-
you block someone from viewing your tweets when you have a public Twitter?
Exactly.
What?
It's
Blocked.
I
mean,
don't remember his handle.
It doesn't make sense.
I mean, Twitter should be classified as a public setting. I don't understand the idea that Twitter should be private because it's one of the primary methods of communication.
I mean,
I don't know. It's maybe some people just don't want some people to see their tweets. If it's a system that allows for circumvention, that's not to say that they shouldn't be allowed to like block people from viewing the tweets. It's just to say that the mechanic is not as effectively utilized as it should be.
I can understand blocking people viewing your tweets if you have a private Twitter.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
All
like,
right,
Why can you block people from your public Twitter where they can view it by logging out?
So to confirm, if I go on my main, okay, so I am on this gentleman's account, and I am not blocked on my alt. However, while I am on his account, I cannot switch to my main account, which is kind of weird. But if I go back, I can still
Well,
not switch. What the
maybe
fuck?
he just. I think you have to actively go out and do like a blockchain because I know they exist. Either that or someone was very dedicated to blocking all 1,000 followers of someone they didn't like. But
My dude, I am so fucking glad that I don't have a Twitter. I couldn't be more happy.
Same
Also,
on my-
Rangar, I have to say, as a person that hasn't played RD, I was just very confused about Sonic killing something.
Flare.
Yeah.
It's just, how does that thing kill?
Look, she actually packs a punch. Like, yeah, she's squished, but look.
yeah, she dies.
Yeah, she
Yeah, but
dies,
it's
but
You know
She
what
does do the damage.
she dies.
You know,
But
It's like, I mean, it's just, good question though. Why does a magic stat like that not one-hit KO?
because
Why we-
Because
it's a normal bulk stat.
you put it so well, Lex. Res is just defense too.
Yeah, it's just how could they do this? Why was this acceptable?
And,
Wait, Ringor, could you actually check what the Halberdier's defense and res are? I'm kind of curious now.
yes,
Bruh.
sniper.
Yeah, no, everything has like ridiculous res because they're blessed by the goddess or something.
That doesn't
Brothers.
help. Blessed by the goddess should give you luck, not res.
God, that would be even more
That
cringe.
would be even
Yeah,
worse.
they'd have an amazing 10 luck. Because generics should have 0 luck.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of Inheritance.
Stop.
Please.
So,
No. Look,
So,
we talked about Four Kings the other day.
Okay,
We don't need to go deeper. We don't need to go further down.
Can I just please mention the fact that it gives you a chapter with like 3 houses, maddening mode, inflation, and then makes all of your puts that inflation on the enemies, including skill and luck, and then gives all your player units 0 base luck.
Okay. How about... No, dude, Inheritance just fucking actually makes me go insane. Because this game has the fucking audacity to give you a lord with, what, 2 movement?
2 move.
2
Hey,
move!
What?
Hey, to be fair, he gets upgraded to 3 move.
yes.
Yeah, no, the
it-
fucking Lord
is
of
it-
Inheritance.
does
To
it
be
have,
fair,
like-
he's a shaman.
Does it have like hero?
no,
movement or
that's
some
not
shit?
fair.
He gets upgraded to 3 moves when the maps get upgraded to genealogy size.
Like, if you're telling me that the Lord has 2 move. I'm gonna be like, that guy better have a like 40+ use PRF like physics staff.
Or I mean, he does have really good physic range because it's 3 houses stat inflation.
Og?
Okay,
But
but,
I mean,
but
if I
do you get a
remember right-
staff?
But that seems like something, if you want to do it, you would have something like a rewarp staff. But you don't.
If I remember right, Inheritance is the one with that controversial statements in the
Yeah.
text, right?
Yes.
Not only it's. I want to say it's funny, but it's not.
It's not. It's
It's
funny
really not.
until you realize that it was put at a charity event, and then it just becomes sad and annoying.
It becomes
It's
wrong.
not funny,
mean-
unless you could try to take it as like,
It's funny in the sense of Jesus Christ. What were these people thinking when they wrote it?
and
Nice.
criticism of a hack does not necessarily it's not mean or rude by nature. So like when we're saying this, it's not in a mean-spirited sense. This is direct criticism, I guess, of something that should not be in the game. Regardless of the event that it was introduced in, it shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
What do you mean? We are the devil.
Yes, we are.
I don't know.
Infuriating.
I just feel like if you talk about how your project is more like
Mature.
serious
Mature.
and mature than any other project, and then you also open with your lord talking about Gebito, the black swordsman, and then him grabbing his sister's chest is as a joke to show that he's socially uncomfortable or that he's socially stunted. I don't know. I don't know, King.
I don't know, Forking.
That wasn't meant to be a 4Kings joke. It was just me saying King.
And I just made it a,
So, back to the desert.
There's nothing
Oh.
here.
Nothing has changed.
The
Nothing has
enemy
changed.
density is slightly lowered.
Bruh.
No,
wait,
well,
nothing
actually-
did change.
Actually, you could say that the density is higher, just concentrated in a different part of the map.
Wait, Rengor, is this the only desert map in all of Telius?
No.
No, there's chapter 15 of POR. And then
Yeah.
and then 1.4 and then like 1.4 and 1.5 has some sand.
Oh, right,
I mean-
yeah. I just don't understand the concept of desert maps. It's like, I mean,
Why do
yeah,
we even have
obviously
them?
like, a desert is common terrain, yeah, sure, but it's like, why does it have to slow you down as much as it does? It's like, you could have patches where it slows you down, kind of like forests in normal maps, but
Oh,
this is essentially the equivalent of just having a map just filled with, like, heavy forest tiles. And that's
Without
not
the
fun.
avoid.
At least the
that
forest.
implies-
At least the forest tile gave you avoided defense.
Wouldn't know any hack that did that.
Hey, I
I
think
thought we were done
even
terrain
in
trade.
even I think in tree houses, the sand tiles actually take away evasion and defense from you. Do they?
I think that Rengor, you're the expert. Did they take away defense and evasion?
yes, -2 defense, -20 evade.
I knew they
Okay.
took away evade. I did not know they took away defense. What the hell?
Makes
I hate myself. I said, let's not throw any shade here, talking about forest tiles.
Even when he's not trying, he's making dumb puns.
Even when I'm not trying. For fuck's sake.
Wait, it's all puns.
That's why I'm here.
Always has been.
That's what you hired him for. Except, he's
That
not
would
getting.
imply that there's
He's not getting paid.
recompense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wish I was.
No, you're paying him an exposure.
Bro.
Right.
Of course, that totally valid and not completely bullshit excuse.
If someone's actually paying you for work and exposure, you're being scammed.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
get the value of your labor, basically. Don't let people exploit you.
The only thing you should be paid in is money.
What?
Being paid in food is also acceptable, depending on circumstances.
Just make sure, like, if you're doing like a transaction with somebody, if you're going to work on something, especially like a commission, make sure you get like
A real currency.
a currency, or if they want to do a commission for you in exchange for that, that's also probably valid. Just, yeah, don't let yourself like be exploited because you want your art to blow up by any means necessary. Likes and like retweets and just getting your art around is really, it's not the end goal, I guess. Where am I going with this?
Where are you going with this?
I interrupt this discussion to bring you something that will definitely please at least one person in the show.
Oh, what is it?
I direct your attention to the chat. That's
what the hell is this?
That's a new shot from the Monster Hunter movie.
Oh no.
Who is that?
I don't know. I don't know shit about Monster Hunter. I just know that.
That's like a cat person. That's a palico, yes, but. Oh, yeah, that's the cook. That's the person who does all of the food.
Okay, but
why is it a cat? Because. Don't question it.
No. But what's your opinion on its, physicality? Do you think they got it right? Or?
I mean, yeah, he's basically the same as in the game. He's like a
So
really.
did you bring this topic
cat.
because we were talking about art?
Okay. I know Monster Hunter is kind of cool.
Monster
But
Hunter
Radiant
should leave it
Dark
in
is
this
not.
game.
Oh.
More specifically,
Yes.
Monster Hunter.
Yes.
God damn it.
She's going to tower, isn't she?
No.
It's just that the alternative for promotion didn't actually do anything.
Yeah. This is unironically my best promotion choice.
Imagine this being the optimal promotion. Imagine. Fucking nothing.
Bro,
Well,
you say nothing, I say HP refill and has a chance to put Bane.
Bane.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on this staff.
Bane hurts me.
I don't know, I feel like the game's rocking Bane on me, dude. It's killing me.
Bane doesn't kill you. That's the whole point of Bane. It leaves you at 1 HP.
Exactly, that's Elias in a nutshell.
Usually when they do promotions in like Fire Emblem, it's like I can sort of tangibly understand why the Cavaliers would get a defense boost because they get nicer armor. But like when I see a scarf and she's something more powerful, it's like okay.
Okay, I believe you.
I mean, that's just RD promo gains just being like universal.
Which is bad design.
They're divided, but like universal.
Well, it doesn't have to be bad design. It's just lazy design. In this case,
I
it
mean,
is
yeah,
definitely bad design, though.
It's just lazy. It is super lazy.
Yeah, in this instance, it is not well done because not only is it not universal for everybody, like female classes like Female Cavalier and Wyvern get better gains inexplicably than their counterparts.
But it's mostly the tier 1 to 2. Tier 2 to 3 is pretty universal, honestly. It's like female ones get +3 strength and defense, or +5 magic and strength and defense. So confused. Anyway.
Triangle attack.
Hey,
Triangle attack.
Triangle attack. Hey, it's actually useful.
Remember in fucking Shadows of Valencia where they nerfed triangle attack of all things?
I don't know why they insisted on that. That just makes no sense to me. It's like it's already like. I mean, and then
It's supposed to be the reward for using Est. And then it just doesn't.
And then like you have 3 houses where like, what the fuck is a triangle attack?
That thing you can glitch to use.
Oh
Yeah.
right, there's a glitch with triangle attack. I forgot about that.
There's a glitch with everything in 3 houses, let's be real.
That guy
What's
was
a
pretty
triangle
much
attack glitch, Rangor? Enlighten us, creator of
Mhm.
FHVH.com.
You guys do it.
Fine, I'll read the article you fucking wrote.
I didn't even
Did you write it?
There's-
bro.
Triangle attack that just never gets discussed because it never gets used. Like the Tearing Saga triangle attack is only available once you get Verna, who comes in like the map where you fight
Wait, there's a triangle attack in Turing?
yeah, with the sisters.
Rangor learning new things about tearing. What a day.
Wait, are you joking about that? Or are you being
No,
serious?
I'm being serious.
It's so useless.
When even Rangor doesn't know it, and he wrote the guide on tearing splits.
To be fair, the game more or less ends after map 19 anyways, but like, when Verna shows up and you have access to it for the first time, the game doesn't communicate it to you, so you have no way of understanding that, hey, we have a triangle attack. It's just, it does exist. I've never seen the dialogue, so I'm going to try it next time I do this stupid run of TRS, but...
Imagine if it's untranslated.
Wouldn't even surprise
okay.
me, honestly.
Yeah, that one.
Then we can go like, hey, Ethan, we found another bug in tearing.
By the way, can you,
Afen,
By the way-
shit. Will the people of Veld support support Runan's cause?
Do you think the people of World will be sympathetic to our cause?
Probably
Bug
not at
fixing?
this point.
I'm not being sympathetic to this map.
Yes.
No, why is Valuk not doubling? No.
They will be sympathetic to the cause until they find out that this map is the
I
cause.
couldn't give him a speed wing. He stopped doubling. But hey,
Then we just gotta execute, as Hype put it in the chat, the solution.
The solution.
Imagine if this was Growths, where Volug would still be, doubling
Yeah.
and hitting hard.
Yeah,
On the other hand,
that boost.
you could also use other units, like
I love how.
Borb.
Wow. I love how the triangle attack bug is said to be a game-breaking bug.
Yeah,
I've been reading over this and
Yeah.
I legitimately don't understand.
Dude,
like-
no, it's a game-breaking bug because it can crash the game.
So what
Okay,
did it
hold
do?
on.
Like you
To
can
recreate this, hold on, I have it right in front of me.
The QA testers didn't test triangle attack because they forgot it existed, like 3 houses itself.
And they forgot about a lot of things in 3 houses.
Three Houses development is interesting to me because I remember that first E3 trailer way back in 2018. I
We've
think.
already discussed this.
Well, it's like small
Do you want
things
to
like
talk about the
rounder
map?
hairs.
Oh, it's a desert. There are units moving 2 tiles. Oh, some enemies just spawned in. Oh, the Black Knight can't move. At beesh.
There he is! There he is!
The funny man!
Did you
Desert.
know?
And he joins featuring his inventory.
Yes.
He joins, not being able to ORKO the first enemy right next to
No,
him.
he's able to
What
work.
the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah,
No,
yeah,
he
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
RKO'd him.
I thought it was off by 1 damage. I'm stupid.
Isn't this weapon pretty important?
But
yeah, it's the Vaikadi.
you know,
What
did
they
you
call-
know I'm mixed like Obama?
Okay.
Well, okay.
The Virgin Ultimate Sword of Mass Destruction. Chat Forge.
Yeah.
Then,
Oh.
you know, Stefan just walks up to Makai. It's like, you mixed?
Thanks. Yeah?
God, that is just such a it's a you understand why the line is the way it is when you read it, but like out of context, just seeing McBurn just go like, you mixed?
So do you think your
Flow will be
Axe
sympathetic to our
Forge?
cause.
Do you think your Axe Forge would make like the Berserk 2016 like clang sound on hit?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Remind me what that sounds like.
You know, as stupid as the sound is, I can't hate it. There's just something about the sound that's just really funny, and I like it ironically. It like sounds like you just smack something with a frying pan instead of a giant hunk of metal.
Yo, smacking something with
Yeah,
a
but
frying
that's
pan?
the thing.
You have to be
Isn't he just holding, like, not guts, but here, like, our car? Isn't he just holding an oversized frying pan?
What is he,
Like
Xander?
a frying pan. The axe he's holding is probably
like
very
little rims
sharp.
to an axe. I'm sure you could have an axe double as a frying pan. I'm sure someone in history was stupid enough to make an axe that doubled as a frying pan.
I mean, I've seen people, like, fry eggs on a CPU.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of
too.
some.
I've seen people fry,
uh,
fry a slice of pork on a CPU.
My
And
Xbox.
I wanted to scream internally when I saw him, like, pour spices on it on the CPU.
Yeah, I remember that video. It was fucking pain. Someone who's actually worked with computers.
Okay, but what about the U.S. senator that cooked bacon using just by shooting an M16?
Making the mother of all omelets.
Like, no, like he wrapped the bacon around the handguard, and as the handguard got hotter, as he shot the weapon, the bacon would cook. It's honestly genius.
Okay, but what about the video where the one guy sets up his CPU by using a hammer and just whacking at the pieces to get them in place?
Oh, that was what's it called? Bacillard?
Bacillard, yeah.
Yeah. So there's Volk's legendary weapon.
Yeah.
It's the good knife.
Base
Is it
law.
fun too?
Peshkats is nice too, for the 1-2 range effect.
Like, Bacillard actually kind of based.
Yeah, based.
Base lard?
Base lard.
Based lard.
Oh, we live in a society.
Bottom crust.
Not okay.
It's just for some reason when I read the name, it's just base lard. Is he just is he just running around with a giant tub of lard,
Sure, why not?
beating people with it?
Which is also based.
Based on what?
Lard on what?
No, it's base lard, not promoted lard.
You know, you gotta get that's the trick. You need to save a master steal until this map, and then use it while you have the base lard in your inventory, and then
Why?
Is that how you get good
Lard.
stage caps?
Sure.
Yeah.
I wish.
Reminder that Micaiah has the best mage speed cap.
Mikaya.
Yes,
Yeah?
She's never gonna hit it though.
Thought out.
she's never gonna hit it.
Thought out.
how did they make magic so bad in RD? Like, Jesus Christ!
It's
I mean,
like
it has low might,
confidence of
and
using
everybody has
lard.
amazing res.
Like,
it
okay,
has garbage might. Everyone has stupid high res. They have
One
bad
range
caps
is
as a
common
class.
anyway, so like they're
They're
going to
stupid
get
expensive. Don't forget, they're silly expensive.
like, my question is, did they give magic low might because all magic has a type they're effective against? Did they hit magic might simply because they
Probably.
thought that you would only be using magic for the effective damage?
Well, not only for it, but yeah, they probably thought that it would be sort of a counterbalancing act.
Catherine.
They
Did
were
they even
wrong,
play the
but
game?
they were fucking wrong, but you know.
I mean, sure, like, getting something like Rex Bolt hitting a dragon for 45 might, yeah, that's kinda cool, but...
With 42 might. Wait, no. Excuse me. 36 might in RD. It's 12 might in RD.
Yeah, I was looking at POR.
That was your first one.
Because I wanted to check how much might has changed between POR and RD.
Yeah, in general, PLR's magic is actually useful.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that. It's like the highest magic might stat in Radiant Dawn's like 12, or at least for the Rex Bolt, and like 12 is the regular Thunder stat in Berwick Saga.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Actually-
gonna. I have a question to ask, and it's very important. Are you like is Skrymir shoving the Black Knight the equivalent of using strength on the truck?
Sure.
Are we trying to unlock something here?
Yes. My sanity.
So unlock your sanity
mean-
faster if you finish the game.
I mean, much like the meal under the truck, that doesn't fucking exist.
What do you
Bro.
mean? What do you mean? Haven't you seen that one HQ that found the Mew under the truck?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so Rexbolt lost 3 might, but it did get 20 hits.
Woo! Hit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Thoron, it lost 1 might and 20 hits.
Yeah.
Have you seen RD Thoron?
Yes.
9 might, 65 hits.
Dude, I could have translated his dialogue.
Das war ein Befehl. Angriff stehen auf ein Befehl.
Something like that.
Wait, hold on. Does the Black Knight still have the Iron Lance?
No.
No.
Oh, you took it, or does he not spawn with it anymore?
I think it just vanished into the ether.
Yeah.
F.
Sad.
You should probably heal up. Okay.
I can't. He doesn't have a vulnerary, neither does she.
That was a mistake.
That was his
Your
mistake.
No, please, no, please.
Still,
Oh, God.
Every time you fuckers just find something.
how scuffed is it that in Shadow Dragon you have tomes with more might than anything in Tellius, and also you don't have any res on anyone?
Yeah?
Well, Shadow Dragon is better designed. I not to say that's perfect, but it is like
It is
Perfect.
also
not a trash heap. Like
It's
Oh.
perfect in its imperfections.
well. Also, Lex, you do also have to remember that
Yes.
Yes?
You're gonna have to repeat that. It cut out.
Please repeat.
magic stats are a bit lower in Shadow Dragon compared to Radiant Dawn. So
Yeah, magic stats are lower, but rest stats are even lower.
Yeah, in general,
So
Shadow
the
Dragon
changes
is a-
there don't matter.
Yeah, so to take it, keep in mind that Shadow Dragon, compared to Radiant Dawn, Shadow Dragon is an extremely deflated game.
Yeah.
But like even we take New Mystery, it still has the same tome might, and there you have higher stats because of increased growths. And you still have, 13 might Excalibur and 18 might Aura.
shout out to FE1 Aura, the funny spell.
I mean, there
What
you
a
don't
funny-
get. Magic doesn't affect damage.
Yeah,
shoutouts to I don't
which is
know when.
very strange.
Yeah.
It's probably a bug.
No.
No, it's.
No.
I think it's intentional.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Aura is that it has 20 might, and enemies in Shadow Dragon don't have res, and
No
also
one has res.
What?
The only unit in Shadow Dragon with res is like Goto.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the thing
F1.
is that
Yeah.
no enemy has more, or no generic enemy has more than 40 HP. So if Linde doubles with Aura, she will kill anything in the game, guaranteed.
Just FE1 things.
Just FE1 things.
Oh,
I
Just
wanna
sell the
know.
fact that Aura's powerful.
Jesus
This
Christ,
is a
dude.
Bosswon map, right?
Like,
No.
I still miss design where magic was, you don't have res unless you're something very special.
Unless you're a very powerful being.
Or something specifically geared against magic.
Not
The
like
long-
You know,
dragon.
Pegasi.
And then
The map would have been long finished if this was fucking boss kill. Because, you know, this game has to be epic. We gotta fight all the enemies! It's so cool, guys! It's so epic!
It's like fighting a real army.
Shut the fuck up. A real army
And you,
retreated by
hey,
now.
you know what the word rout means?
Yeah, they retreated.
Yeah, that's when you crush the morale of the enemy army and they retreat.
I think it means trying to rout your own morale.
Well, in the context of this game, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
the word rout the enemy, it's what happens when you crush their morale. Meaning, rout maps in Fire Emblem, you never rout the enemy, you do that in boss kill. Boss kill maps have you rout the enemy. It's
What is
very
the-
backwards.
What are the best like map objectives, or at least map types? Would you say?
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with the most epic one from the start. Route and open chest!
Defend returns, then escape 24.
I mean, I think like the easiest one to get right is definitely kill boss.
you know the best one is defend X out of 11.
What? Oh, yes.
Heck.
Okay, but what about survive 9/11?
That's like
EP.
that's what I say, Luciole. X out of 11. X just represents the turn
Okay,
number.
you don't need to explain the joke. Whatever.
No, please explain the
I
joke.
mean, you might have to, considering maybe parts of our audience were born after that happened.
I mean,
Which is a very cursed thought.
I don't think even if you were born after it that you wouldn't know what 9/11 is. I feel like just,
why is this the competition?
Okay.
Or like,
Just this map!
Legit, I thought the most cursed shit was gonna like come from me saying really dumb shit because I don't have any kind of filter. No, you guys managed to fucking top it in every single way. In almost every episode, too.
I'm like I said on the last episode when you guys weren't here, or at least some of you guys weren't here. This has just become a podcast at this point with
Yes.
Rengor suffering in the background.
okay, so I guess my topic would be something more general, actually. The topic of tradition. Like a
Oh god.
yeah, actually.
Define.
Of course, this is brought up by a Polish guy.
Yeah, exactly. But like, what do you guys think of tradition? And I don't mean like stuff like, you know, let old people take the seats in a car, in a bus or something, because that's like conditioning so that you do it, then someone else will do it for you when you're older. You know, that kind of stuff, like a
You mean more extreme examples?
no, yeah, I mean like more extreme examples. Like, for example, why do we wear like a suit to like party? Why do we have to like dance? Why do we have to like dance before like the A levels? I would also like to remind people that like tradition is also used to be something like you're a woman, you don't get voting rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Used to be tradition.
It also used to be tradition that voting wasn't just, you know, you go drop your ballot into little boxes. You stand in the middle of this field and you say, I will vote for candidate name. And yeah. What the fuck is an anonymous vote?
I don't know. I feel like tradition is something. I think it should be maintained to some degree, but then there's also some traditions.
Like some
Where-
people excuse things like misogyny on tradition.
Exactly. It's like if your tradition is stepping over a person's rights, you know, like if your tradition involves beating the shit out of someone who hasn't done anything wrong,
Yeah.
like obviously,
And it's not consenting.
yeah, that's not consent. Yeah.
I like how you had. I like.
Ah,
how
you
had
got-
that.
You guys know me so well.
This is what Umineko does to people.
Yeah?
So you have been reading Umineko again.
Dude, is that
But-
what happens when you don't solve the epitaph?
That does handle themes of tradition and tradition being toxic.
Yeah, that's core to some characters, or many characters.
But I don't know. I think in some instances it's fine to try to preserve tradition, as long as I guess I would also add the clarification that you shouldn't try to force tradition on someone if they aren't interested in your tradition.
Here's also
Don't
another thing about like tradition that I find lessens its value. It's like a means of division between societies. I mean, like a different nation. Like, for example, you know, well, I'm proud to be an American or a Pole or a Romanian. I don't know why would you be proud of that, but hey. Apologies to any Romanians in the chat. Or
My dude.
viewing.
Apologies to Bosswon.
My dude, it's okay. We don't want to be here either.
I mean, first you mentioned, you know, Umineko, but now you're talking about the themes of the sequel.
Bruh.
But
Yeah, the walls, like cultural walls between nations.
I was about to say much the same. Tradition, as I understand it from like more materialist view, is that it's steeped in our social structures and the cultures of our individual societies. And the idea of like nations themselves have more or less only been around for the last 200 years, 100 years or so. They're really just a new concept. Nations are relatively young, and to say that they've more or less proliferated in our societies as of late and have kind of like polluted discourse about that. It's like the way that after national trauma that happened in America, the American mindset became a new concept. Being an all-American.
So you're saying like before that there was only like counties, duchies, and like empires, really, or?
Well, no. People of the ages of empires, that though there are still empires today, I'm more referring to like earlier forms of society with tribute modes of production. Just everything you think of before the Industrial Revolution. That was like people identified each other based on the village they lived in, the region they lived in, but not like nations. That's when things started to get so broad that we had to invent these imagined communities, as many scholars have stated. That's what a nation is, an imagined community based upon imagined shared practices. Sometimes these practices are not harmful, but other times they are steeped in like this nationalism, this like feigned superiority.
And even then, I guess just to discuss on the nations, sometimes nations aren't even binded by like you look at like the like it's an easy as shit one, but like the American South compared to something like California, it's like
You can take California compared to California.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
exactly.
you could.
Like Northern California and Southern California, yeah, they don't have much in common.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're kind of necessitated by just these arbitrary kind of borders to us. Like the borders just don't really exactly represent the beliefs of the people.
I mean, the thing with borders is even more exacerbated in the US, considering that most borders in the US are unnatural borders. Like China, they literally painted on a map.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, if you look at borders in most of the rest of the world, they're divided by natural landmarks, like rivers and mountains. Because, you know, that was an easier way of marking territory. It's like everything on this side belongs to me, says one noble. And on the other side, there's another noble saying this land is mine.
Yeah, and there actually is like in Canada, there actually is some natural borders to like the border between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. There's like a river in between there, and that's where the general line for the border came from, is that river.
There's also it's also true from Quebec to Ontario. There's a fucking ass river you need to cross.
There's also, I was going to mention that as well, because there's a river that lies between Quebec and Ontario. So it's like those natural borders are fine, but then you get stuff like America, where it's like the New Brunswick border to America is divided by a river. I don't know.
Border gore.
Meanwhile, there are no borders on the internet.
Exactly.
And this is why
China would disagree.
Well, I guess
Like-
you could say there are borders on internet in terms of like certain countries preventing access to certain sites, but that's why VPNs exist.
Yeah, but like we have like 3 Canadians here, but everyone else is from a different country with a different language. And even you Canadians don't speak the same language, but we can all
You are
talk to each
correct.
other. We all know
I mean,
English,
I don't natively speak the same language. But...
I mean, in the future, we might even have translation tech on the level where we can have live translations of speech.
Yeah.
I mean, speech recognition is almost there already. You just need to hook it up to Google Translate, and you're good to go. Really, you just
like-
need someone to code it.
Well, you need
Like, eventually, we're gonna have speech translation tech on the level where we can just hold conversations where I could be talking like whatever language, you could be talking whatever other language, and we could be holding the conversations after we're speaking the same one.
Yes.
Lex, have you been reading through Siconia again?
No, but we were talking about the themes of that earlier.
Yeah.
I do want to say about one more thing about like tradition. Do you think it might be something to like attribute to preventing like global like resisting global warming? Of course, there's other things in play like self-interest, like political opinion, for example, of the world. That could be shaped by tradition, if you ask me.
I would agree with that.
Because, like, if you think about it, the failure of their like response to that, wouldn't it be like attributed to it? In some
Perhaps.
way?
I mean, the largest nations in the world don't care about it,
Yeah.
and it's a big prisoner's dilemma.
Mm.
Because responding to global warming leads to short-term economic damage.
Well, economic
Like-
damage in the sense to only certain industries that are currently falling by the wayside as they see less and less success in the markets. They're unstable.
It is still damage to industries in the short term, meaning loss of profits, and many of those industries are quite large. So you get this prisoner's dilemma where it would be ideal if everyone, stopped their emissions and their environmental damage. But it would be ideal for any one country if everyone except them did it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't want to get political, but
But
that's basically this recording.
This recording
Valid point,
is
Mr. Amberstorm.
a bunch of
However,
goons stuck staring at the man trying to, preserve his sanity while walking through a, fantasy desert filled with a bunch of goons that don't really want to die. Not because they have any self-preservation instincts, but because some developer said, yeah, these guys should have eyeball. Am I wrong?
no,
we really
No?
are goons.
some might
We
even
really
say
were the guns.
Starlight.
Starlight goons. Bring
How
over the
terrifying.
Starlight goons.
Yo, fine,
you know-
fine.
Yo, damage.
Actually, I can think of one tradition that we should get rid of.
What?
Christmas music.
like unilateral agreement.
I mean, I was gonna mention the American Black Friday sale.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
American
some
Black
people kinda get
Friday
rid of it.
also. You know, I have actually worked a Black Friday once before in retail, but luckily I'm Canadian, so I didn't die.
Yeah.
Yes, because us Canadians are absolute barbarians when it comes to, you know, things like Boxing Day.
I mean,
Just when it's like hockey.
I mean, the fact that you have a word for it, Boxing Day, is kind of alarming.
well, no,
Wait, you guys don't have Boxing Day?
no,
What?
it's not Boxing Day as in the sport. It's Boxing Day as in like boxing stuff up. Like Christmas is over, you're boxing stuff up to put it away, and then the sales.
Is that what it means? Oh my god,
Yes.
I haven't gotten that for so long, but that makes
So
so
instead
much
of
sense.
boxing it, they just wholesale
No.
it because you
No,
want to box
it's
it.
not. It's not meant to represent the sport. It's supposed to represent boxing up all the Christmas stuff.
No, I was agreeing with that, I think.
No one was confused on that point.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Wait. I thought you said you didn't know what it meant.
I said the fact that you have a word for it is alarming.
No, I thought Hype and Luciole said. One of them said that they didn't know that.
EP.
Hype?
Oh, wonderful.
I was about
Wow.
to say, just as the suffering is over.
Oh,
So
Nice.
Okay, good. Okay,
Hey, at
good.
least he's
Okay. Good news. None of them have ranged weapons.
yo, Fire Emblem Fates Birthright.
Bro.
Fire
like-
Emblem Fates.
Fire Emblem Fates
Lord,
Conquest,
right.
the winds of change.
Stop.
I actually like that map.
I hate the reinforcements on that map.
True.
Well, isn't
When-
that the map with like
Okay,
the
okay.
funny plus
What about
kind of
but what about that
rings?
one funny guy who can walk like 80 tiles?
It's Fuga's map.
Yes, Fugas map.
Who-
What about that one guy who
Who-
can like walk like 80 tiles?
I
Yep.
love that guy. I love
He's
that
a
guy.
he's a trooper. He's a true goon, if you will.
Oh.
Oh, goon.
I got everything out of this map. I transferred the Laguz gem to Convoy. That's gonna be very good.
Something I've been thinking about actually, since Renger mentioned it earlier, but I was muted at the time. Traditions like wedding suits and stuff like that. A lot of that just comes from like I would call it commodification and like just generally trying to imitate rich people.
I mean,
Is that kind of
if
thing
I'm
that-
honest, weddings themselves are tradition.
Yeah.
Weddings.
You don't need
Weddings are
a
dumb.
big fancy wedding when you get married. You just have your paper stamped, say yes, you're married, and now you just saved a actual fortune in wedding expenses, and now you can have that. You just take a better vacation.
Yes.
Yeah, I think my cousin's wedding was like $1,400, and that was a cheap wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds relatively cheap for a wedding.
Yeah. I guess.
peak tradition. Anyway, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for listening to our
Why?
podcast.
Why are you thanking me for having you guys?
Not
Because you
you,
can
the
put up with
audience.
us.
Thank you, audience, for actually bothering to not watch this, but minimize the video and just listen to it.
Hey,
It's fine, we understand.
Hey, if it helps aggro in the gym, I'm happy.
Does it?
He said that about like one of my German 0% videos. Finally, another podcast to listen in the gym. Anyway,
Yo, shoutouts to Agro for being such a bro.
yeah, shoutouts to a lot of people, really.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to the audience, but please unsubscribe.
Shoutouts to Simple Flips. Unsubscribe.
for your own good.